Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining us here. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the key organizers of this webinar, a hearty welcome to each one of you who has joined for today's webinar titled Introducing ERP Next Healthcare Information System. We are in great anticipation as you are too, about what we're going to witness in the next hour or so throughout this webinar. Stay with us and okay, now the agenda. I'll just brief you through the agenda of the program. We will start off with open source strategy. We will be taking you through an introduction to the ERP Next and ERP software. We have, introducing you to ERP Next Healthcare, which is a particular product that we are, addressing here in this webinar. Then there will be a short and quick demo, plus we have a testimony from somebody who's actually using this, and then we have the floor open for all your question and answers. So make sure that you are, sharp and at listening to this, and we are waiting for your questions. And let's all, walk away with much more clarity.
I would like to add here. Everyone can put their question on the chat box, and we can, pick up one by one and ask.
So you needn't wait till the end of the session for, lest you forget or something. You can put in the questions in the chat box.
Yes, exactly.
And the speakers will address it on the go. In case we have missed anybody, please raise your hand. One of the admins will get to you. We'll ask you your question in case we miss it. But be sure to put it in the chat box. So that's the agenda. Moving on. Now, a very important thing that we want to do here is to salute all you healthcare providers. In this pandemic, we want to take a moment and recognize all the healthcare providers for their valuable contribution. In these challenging circumstances, we sincerely appreciate you for your practical efforts. We strongly believe that we will overcome this challenging situation, and we, the technology community, is committed to doing our bit in building sustainable and future-proof enabling systems and softwares. So hats off to you, hats off to all you guys for whatever you're doing for us, in these challenging, and welcome to this webinar. Now let's look at who we are going to meet throughout this session today. I'll take you through all their profiles. First, we have Mr. Matthew Chapo. He is the Principal IT Consultant at Anther Technologies, Kochi. He's also the Frappe Partner and ERP Next Domain Consultant. Then we have Mr. Anup Kurungadam, founder of Earthian Software LLP at Kolkot. He is Foundation Fellow and the original contributor to ERP Next Healthcare Domain. We have Mr. Atul Kuruvilla Abraham, Business Head at Tacton Services, Bangalore. He's a Frappe partner and experienced ERP Next service provider. Mr. Amir Babu is the head of projects at IVIX Informatics Kochi. He's Frappe partner, experienced ERP Next domain consultant and service provider. Then we have Ms. Rucha Mahabal, software engineer at Frappe Technologies, the direct responsible individual for healthcare domain. These 4 ERP Next official partner members have joined forces to form a group called ERP Next Business Alliance, or EBA in short, bringing to the table their combined expertise and skills in order to help their clients achieve better success with their ERP Next and Frappe projects. Now, I'll hand over the stage to Mr. Matthew Chapo, who will brief you through the open source technology. Mr. Matthew, all yours.
Thank you, Bhavya, for your kind introduction and setting up the right context. I would like to once again welcome you all. So first to start with, why open source technology and why open source is important for mankind, because it encourages innovation through collaboration. Without it, many of the technologies we take for granted today would never have developed, like web portal, like web protocol, Android and Android OS, Wikipedia, and many more like that. Why we should embrace open source? Mainly because of 4 main reasons. The 01 is freedom to run a software, freedom to study the software, and freedom to improve it. Lastly, freedom to share, which is very important, in this social time. As an IT consultant, I recommend open source technology as part of your organization's IT strategy because of, a part of, four freedom which I mentioned. There won't be any, licensing cost and community. You will get community support as well, community and vendor support, and there won't be any vendor lock-in. That is very important. That means you have a source code with you. You can approach, other vendor or other developer to help you out on that. So, and also the other key thing is like, you can host the entire solution on premise or on cloud. So all this adds to, cost saving. I will just give you an insight of, Black Duck report, where, why organization choose open source solution. They choose mainly because of quality, and followed by features and capabilities, and followed by ability to extend and fix the bug. 90% of the organization responded says that open source improves efficiency, interoperability, and innovation. So if you want to stay long and stay cutting edge in IT, stay open source technology. Next, I would like to invite Amir Babu to introduce ERP Next to you. Over to Amir. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Amir Babu from IVEX Informatics Coaching. Let me introduce ERP Next to you all. I think a majority of you are aware of ERP Next. ERP Next is the world's best 100% open source ERP, which is competing with other proprietary ERPs like SAP, Odoo, etc. ERP is growing since 2008. During this period, have used widely in 100% countries, implemented successfully in more than 5,000 companies. There are thousands of service providers and active partner network across the world. And you can also find freelance developers if you need a support service. It's a cloud platform independent to use and ready for manufacturing, distribution, retail services, etc. Some of the core modules are CRM, purchase, stocks, etc. As per Gartner Methodology 2018 and GitHub Award 2020, it shows that ERP Next is one of the world's top 5 ERPs. Some of the corporate clients of ERP Next are Elastic Run, Sirotha, Reliance Industries, All World, Gayatri Parivar. As you know, Gayatri Parivar is having average billing of 8 invoices per minute. That means 4,800 invoices per day. Let me hand over to Atul to explain about healthcare.
Hi everyone, I'm Atul and I'm the head at Tacton Services, a company based in Bangalore. Just like how you heard that ERP Next has various domains, domain-specific apps for manufacturing, retail, services, etc. It also has a very extensive module specific to the healthcare domain. So we see that the manufacturing and services domains has a lot of common features, or industry verticals has a lot of common features which are overlapping. But healthcare, you cannot really bucket with or group with any of those verticals because healthcare is unique in its own self. So it calls for healthcare to be, has its rightful place in the app ecosystem of ERP Next. So that is why we have a separate, page in our ERP Next website for healthcare and all of that. So the healthcare module was originally built and contributed by Earthian Software, and the founder Anup is also with us in this call. So so if you look at it has all those EMR functions. The healthcare module has EMR features and all the clinical features. And one of the beauty of the ERP Next Healthcare is that it has all the building blocks needed for any modern application. So even though it has a lot of features out of the box, there is no dearth of realizing any other new feature which might arise. Very ad hoc requirements can be easily achieved because it is built on a lot of pre-built modern app features. So that way, things can be easily configured and put together, and you're going to be seeing all that in the demo. And additionally, ERP Next is healthcare is, as the name suggests, is built on top of the ERP Next core platform, because of which you get the entire enterprise functionalities, operational functionalities needed for the hospital functioning. Not only the clinical side, but also asset management, other areas like pharmacy, inventory, or even it can be extended for other areas like biomedical or even maybe some bioinformatic analytics. So being a Python-based framework, it is very user-friendly for analytic purposes as well. So in the market, predominantly, we have very point solutions. Proprietary systems are very point solutions which address the particular operational need of the hospital. But with ERP Next Healthcare, with this single platform, you can unify the entire operations of the hospital or your healthcare setup, so that you don't have to have mix and match of different softwares to achieve your HIS landscape. So that is why we say that you can script your own healthcare IT story to be able to realize your HIS landscape. So now I'm going to hand over the baton to Usha, who's going to be showing you some of the great features through a demo.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Atul. Hello everyone, my name is Rucha Mahabil. I work as a software engineer at Trape Technologies Private Limited, which are the original developers and maintainers of ERP Next. We understand that every healthcare facility needs a lot more than just a healthcare solution to manage their daily operations. ERP Next is built comprehensively to solve your day-to-day problems with respect to usability, lack of automation, care coordination, patient engagement, and whatnot. I'll be touch basing on each of these problems by actually walking you through the system. Starting with the usability aspect. The healthcare professionals are extremely busy and they would not want to waste their time figuring out the navigation in an ERP Next system, be it the searching, filtering, and querying capabilities of the system. We have a lot of features which take care of the usability aspect of ERP Next. This is what ERP Next looks like. We call this space as the workspace. As you can see on the left-hand side, all the modules are listed along, be it accounting, assets, buying, CRM, selling stock, to domains like healthcare, retail, and also some other tools and integrations. You are shown the most important metric as a dashboard in your workspace. Here you can see a time series for your patient appointments over a period of time. You can go ahead and customize this workspace to add your own shortcuts or hide or show some of the reports and master cards. As you can see, we have got it all covered from OPD to IPD, laboratory setup, records and history, customizations, and even rehabilitation and physiotherapy modules. I'll start by focusing on the first very important problem, that is navigation. For that, we have introduced a search bar which we call the awesome bar. You can quickly navigate to a new patient appointment by just typing a command for new patient appointment. As you can see, a form was instantly opened up for me. Similarly, I can navigate to any other view such as list or report in just a few clicks. Let's say I want to pull in a particular patient's record. I don't have to navigate to the patient record, but I can just enter the name of the patient in the search bar and all the linked entries are pulled. You can see all the sales invoices, payment entries, contacts, and other tasks created against the patient. Not just that, you can also perform certain complex operations from this bar itself. I think now you get the idea why it's called as an awesome bar. Let us start with the most important basic building block of any healthcare system, which is the patient record. Now I don't have to dig in and now scroll down to the patient record I want to pull in. I can use the filters in the list view to do that for me. This is what a patient form looks like. You can see all the interactions that you have done with the patient over a period of time. You can also see all the linked transactions that have been created against the patient with the count against each. We believe that linking document one after the other helps healthcare practitioners to follow a workflow while treating a patient. There are also other menus linked to the patient record, like viewing the patient history. While having the networking topic of what are the challenges faced, I remember someone saying that maintaining patient history is difficult. With the patient history page, you get all the basic details of any patient. You can also switch the patient from here. You can see the time series rendered for me for all the vital signs of the patient. I can click on these buttons to switch between them. Apart from that, I see a timeline of all the interactions that I have been having with this patient over a period of time, sorted according to the date. If you want to view the detailed information, you can simply expand the document. Let's go ahead and create a patient appointment from here itself. As you can see, after I click the button, all the metadata related to the patient was automatically fetched. I can simply enter the mode of payment and the paid amount for the patient appointment and trigger billing from here itself. I can select the medical department for booking the appointment, and all the healthcare practitioners working in that particular department will be automatically filtered out for me. I can choose the date for the appointment, and all the available time slots are pulled in. You can see that this time slot is grayed out because an appointment is already booked for it. This validation helps you for not creating overlapping appointments. As you can see, as soon as I saved the patient appointment, a sales invoice was automatically created. That's how easy billing an appointment is. The system takes care of automating the appointment billing accordingly. Now let's go ahead and create a patient encounter from this patient appointment. I have very comprehensive drop-downs for selecting the symptoms and diagnosis while using the system. If you do not find any diagnosis or system that you are looking for in the list, you can simply go ahead and create one from here. We also provide the provision for linking medical codes to your diagnosis and symptoms. That helps you standardize your operations and also the communication that you have with your healthcare insurance providers. I can simply go and prescribe new medications right from this screen using the drop-down menus and pre-configured templates for dosage and period. I can also prescribe other investigations, procedures, rehabilitation therapies right from the patient encounter. Now, this is what a patient encounter looks like. What if I have to give a prescription to the patient? I can simply switch to the print view of this document. So a beautiful print format is rendered for me. You can add your own letterhead according to your company over here, and you can see all the fields available. You can also go ahead and customize the way it is printed. It's as easy as dropping down new fields into the form or removing the ones you don't require. You can also edit the headings from here or restructure the sections. The Frappe framework, based on which ERP Next is built, has an amazing feature to pull in the email field in the underlying document. Now I don't have an email field for the patient in this document. I can simply go and customize this form to add a new email field. Please note that the customize option is only available to the users who have higher permissions. So I can insert a new field called as email, set the type as data, and options as email. This will provide me basic validations when I enter the email. and I want to fetch this email from the patient record. So I can simply write patient.email, which will fetch me the specified field. Now, if I create a new patient encounter and choose a patient, you can see that the email for the patient was automatically pulled in. If I want to send an email, I can just click on this and the email field is fetched over here. Now I don't want the overhead of typing in the message every single time I'm sending an email to a patient. ERP Next takes care of that as well. You can have pre-configured email templates, which will pull in all the necessary details, and it will also substitute some things according to the document. Like the patient name is changing with every document. This is what an email template looks like. You can add variables for substituting the fields that you want to pull in the email template. I also have the option of attaching the prescription along with this email and selecting the print format, which I have customized. Once I hit save, you can see that the communication was automatically linked with this encounter itself in the timeline. This comes very handy so that I don't have to dig in through my emails to review what was the last communication that I had with the patient. Going back to the patient appointment, apart from the list view, we also have certain other views like the dashboard, Gantt, Kanban, and calendar view. The calendar view essentially shows all my appointments day-wise, and I can also differentiate between different types of appointments by associating different colors with them. This is what the dashboard view looks like. By default, it is showing me the uninvoiced appointments and the open ones. I can also add a new chart on the fly. Let's say you want to add a new chart to see a time series of your patient appointments. I can select the chart type as time series, and time series will be based on appointment date type field. The chart has to be a line chart, and I can also associate a color with it. As you can see, a chart was quickly rendered for me. So the Frappe framework also provides certain BI capabilities when it comes to data analytics, number cards, and dashboard charts. Let's say I want to bill the patient for all the healthcare services that I have provided them so far. I can simply move to the sales invoice view, select the patient, and click Get Items from Healthcare Services. It will bring in all the healthcare services which are not yet billed for that particular patient. This will save me from the overhead of keeping a track of how much I have to still bill for the patient. I can choose the services and click on Add. You can see the item table was automatically filled up with the rate pre-configured in the item document. You also have certain other options like adding taxes and charges to the invoices, additional discounts based on percentage or amount, having advance payments, and also defining the payment terms if your patients are doing part payments. There are a lot of other features in invoicing and billing apart from this. On submitting the invoice, if I quickly want to see what was the ledger effect of this particular invoice, I can simply click on the button and it will give me a filtered view of my transaction. If I want to track my accounts receivable for all my patients, I can navigate to the accounts receivable report, wherein I can filter by customer name, and it will bring me all the invoices, the outstanding amount against each one, the paid amount and invoiced amount. There are also certain other filters available here for posting date, cost center, and whatnot. Another key aspect of running a healthcare facility is automation. You wouldn't want to do redundant tasks every single time when it comes to data entry or creation. ERP Next takes care of that with a wide set of features. Let's take a use case that in your hospital, it's a rush hour and lot of clinical procedures have to be taken care of. But you don't want the overhead of assigning these clinical procedures to your healthcare practitioners individually. You can just configure an assignment rule for it, wherein you select the form, add some description, set the due date, and you want the clinical procedures to be automatically assigned when they are in the pending state. I can select the days on which this rule should work. And I can also specify the rule over here. According to my current selected rule, all the users that I select over here will be assigned this clinical procedure one after the other in a round robin fashion. I can also switch to load balancing, wherein it is assigned to the one who has the least number of assignments. So let's go ahead and create a new clinical procedure. You can select the patient. And as soon as I click on submit, you can see a user was automatically assigned to conduct this clinical procedure. Some of your clinical procedures might require stock consumption. We also have predefined templates for that. As you can see, some of the consumables are listed down, which will be required to go ahead with the clinical procedure. I click on start and the system has a validation that the quantity of consumption is not available in the selected warehouse. But ERP Next takes care of your stock entry too. It creates a stock entry for you by mapping the shortage quantity. You can then simply start and have the option to complete and consume the consumables that you have specified below. So it also recorded a clinical procedure, created a medical record for the patient in the background, and also consumed stock with this, so that you don't have the overhead of making stock entries manually. Let's say you are running a rehab clinic and one of your patient has to visit your clinic on the 15th of every month. Now you don't want the overhead of creating the patient appointment again and again every month. You can just create one and configure an auto repeat against it, so that system will create it for you on the specified date. So I set the frequency as monthly and day as 15, meaning it will be automatically created on 15th of every month. I can add an end date to my treatment and also configure notification for this whenever a new document is created. As you can see, the system quickly rendered a schedule for me, which is showing me that auto-repeated documents will be created on the 15th of every month. Apart from automation, when you are consuming stock in the background, it's also necessary to record what is going on with the help of proper analytics. As you can see, the item is linked to multiple reports like stock ledger, stock summary, stock balance, and also some important reports like item-wise recommended reorder level, which will give you the reorder level that you require according to the reserved quantity in your warehouse. You can also use reports like stock aging, wherein you have medications which are going to expire soon. This is what a stock summary report looks like, which gives you the warehouse and the item and the balance quantity against each one. You can move the item from one warehouse to another from this screen itself, or even add new quantities to the warehouse from here. Patient engagement. So all of these features that we saw up till now were mostly related to care coordination and patient engagement. For patient engagement, we have a set of features like the patient portal wherein patients could register, book appointments, also make online payments. We have email and SMS settings for the same to send automatic SMS to the patients whenever an appointment is booked. They are governed from the healthcare settings. If you can see, you can configure messages for appointment confirmation, reminder, patient registration, and also laboratory SMS alerts whenever the results are ready. Whenever it comes to care coordination, we also have ERP Next Chat, which lets you coordinate with your fellow healthcare practitioners. I can simply click on this chat icon over here and choose the thread. Can send in messages and I'll be notified whenever a fellow healthcare practitioner replies to me. So as you can see, Anoop just replied. That's how easy it is to coordinate within the ERP. ERP Next Healthcare comes with a plethora of features, but we also understand that you have to configure it according to your own needs and how your healthcare facility runs. So we have a lot of configuration options, be it healthcare service units where you map your entire healthcare facility into rooms and track the occupancy status, templates for all your healthcare services to speed up your processes, medical coding standards, configuring charts of accounts, user and role-based permissions, workflows, print formats, and whatnot. This is what the healthcare service unit tree looks like. If I expand it, I have mapped my entire healthcare facility over here in terms of individual service units. And on the right hand side, I can see whether the particular service unit is occupied or vacant. That gives me an overall view of my facility. ERP Next also supports multi-company, meaning you can have two different facilities mapped in a single account. So you can simply switch the view for different companies. Speaking of templates, we have predefined templates so that you don't have to fill in redundant data every single time. For clinical procedures, you can configure the billing options, medical codes, and the consumables that will be required. Apart from that, if you are collecting any samples during the procedure, you can configure them here too. We also have a rehab and physiotherapy module in place. Most of the healthcare solutions that you must have seen would be providing you with the IPD, OPD, and laboratory functionalities. But it is very rare to find rehab and physiotherapy solution in the same ERP. Exercise type is a template for templating the exercises that you prescribe to the patient. You can simply add new exercise steps over here by attaching an image and providing the description. Another important feature is linking those exercises to particular body parts so that whenever you are prescribing therapies to your patients, you can simply select the body parts and all the related exercises will be pulled in. If you want to send the description of the exercises to your patients, you can simply switch to the print view and compose an email from here itself. As we said that ERP Next Healthcare doesn't come with just a single module, but we have stock purchase, inventory, and accounting also deeply integrated with it. This is what your chart of accounts looks like. You can create your own chart of accounts, but ERP Next comes with a built-in pre-configured chart of accounts. You can track balances against each account and also view all the financial statements related to this right from this view. be it balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flow statements, accounts payable and receivable. When we look at a healthcare facility, you might want to create different budgets or maintain the income and expense against different departments in your hospital. For that, you can simply create cost centers as an accounting dimension wherein you track budgeting and income and expense against various departments. You can use cost centers while creating invoices too. When we are dealing with patient sensitive data, it is also very important that we have the necessary role and user-based permissions for it. Configuring permissions in ERP Next is extremely easy. You can select what all roles apply to a user from the user document. If you click on a particular role, it shows you all the forms that the user has access to and all the permissions that it has on a particular form. You can also configure what all modules will be seen to the user when he or she logs into the system. I have logged in from a restricted user's account, and you can see that my desk view is very limited according to what permissions I have. Adding more advanced things to users and role-based permissions, you can also configure workflows. Let's say you have a workflow for lab tests where a particular lab test result should not leave your facility until and unless it has been approved by a senior healthcare practitioner. For that, you can configure lab test workflow, wherein you could define all the states in which the document has to be and who is allowed to edit each state. You can also configure the transition rules from one state to another on a particular action. Let's see this workflow in action. From here, I have logged in as a lab test user, so I can quickly go and create a new lab test. As you can see, a sample collection was automatically created for me depending upon my configuration. I can fill in the values for all the result components over here. And I can submit this lab test for approval. As you can see, I have no other action left to do over here since I have restricted access. Now this is an admin user's account. You can see the lab test that was just created. I have actions to approve or reject the lab test. I see that some result component was not filled in properly. So I have rejected it, and I can also mention the user in the comments. As a user, I can read the comments that my senior administrators have provided. So I can go ahead and revise this lab test. And again submit it for approval. That's how the workflow system is in place. After configurability, the next building block is customization. You might be creating a multiple forms in your healthcare facility apart from the one that we already provide. For this, your system needs to be very flexible when it comes to customizations. We saw how we could add an email field to an existing form. Let's go ahead and create an entirely new form from within the system. For that, I have to navigate to a doc type. A doc type essentially creates a table in the database and also renders a view for me. So all the forms that we have seen so far are essentially called as doc type in the Frappe framework or ERP Next. Let's say I create a new form for patient feedback. I'll add a link to the patient document over here. I can add the date on which the feedback was captured. And we also have a field for rating. I'll add a comment field for improvements, which is of the type small text. I can also decide how this document will be named. For that, I'll configure a naming series over here. You can use abbreviations for datetime functions like year, month, and date, which will automatically be substituted while naming. I can mark what all fields do I have to mark as mandatory, like the patient data and rating can be mandatory, but the improvements can be optional. This is what the form looks like. But your patients won't be accessing it from your desk. You would want to send them newsletters for getting the feedback. So let's go ahead and create a web form from this. I can simply click get fields to fetch all the fields in the form and publish it on the website. You have a See On website link as soon as you publish it. You can see this is how the form looks like. Now I don't want the naming series field to be visible to the patient. I can simply go ahead and hide this field. You can send this link to your patients to fill in the feedback via newsletters. As soon as I click on save, my information is saved in. Now from a user which has login access, I can see that all my records were created over here. That's how easy it is to create new forms on the fly in the. We also have multi-language support in ERP Next. Some of the implementations that we had, there were certain users in the system which were not comfortable using English. So you can also set the language for the system at a user level where some users could access the system in Hindi while others would use the standard language configured in your master. ERP Next comes shipped with all the necessary features you need. But if you need something more or extra on certain events in your forms, you can also write custom and server scripts on top of it, extending the code. Compliance and security is also an important part since you are dealing with a very patient, very sensitive data. We have OTP and two-factor authentication support, token-based authentication, password protection, audit logs. Audit logs are essentially shown below each document, which tells you what was changed in it. It specifies the history of the document. This is what an audit log looks like. We also have certain integrations with like S3 backups or Google Drive where you could maintain backups. We have user privacy and role-based access that we just saw, and also encryption at the database level. Interoperability is an important aspect when you're dealing with healthcare data, since your data might be spread across various devices. ERP Next is essentially based on a full stack Frappe framework, which is completely API based, meaning communication with other devices becomes very easy. We have an inbuilt feature called as webhooks. Webhooks are essentially used to post data to a remote URL. You can create your own webhook for a particular form and choose the event on which it should be triggered. You can enter the request URL and headers and data for it. Webhooks will come handy when you want to send prescriptions to an external pharmacy on submission of patient encounters, or sending lab test reports back to the hospital from a laboratory facility. You just have to configure the correct request URL and the data that you want to send. When you have multiple service providers, you can also use portals to give them restricted access to certain views. Since ERP Next is tightly integrated with so many modules like stock, inventory, purchase, accounting, we also have HRMS as a module, which is very comprehensive, wherein you could track the leaves, appraisals, and everything for a healthcare practitioner. We also have a biometric integration for the same for marking the attendance. Let's say you have a facility, multi-speciality facility, where some of your hospitals are located in remote areas where there is not much internet access. What you can do is you can set up two instances, one locally and one hosted instance, and set up a feature called as event streaming in ERP. You can create patient appointments and all transactions when you are offline. And as soon as the system gets a stable internet connection, it will sync all of your appointments and transactions to the hosted instance. This strengthens offline access if you are a multi-speciality clinic. Till now, we talked about automation and usability for all the healthcare practitioners. But when healthcare administrators come into picture, they need to track all the dashboards to have key performance indicators, pull in patient history and patient progress reports, and some other reports like patient appointment analytics, lab test reports. This is what a healthcare dashboard looks like. As you can see, the total patients, number of patients admitted, open appointments, and unbilled ones. This is a time series for the patient appointment. You can see the IPD status of how many have been discharged and admitted. You can also see a percentage distribution of the number, what type of lab test and what percentage of it is created in your facility. This could help you gain insights on so many things like lab tests, clinical procedures, and also what are the most common symptoms seen in your patient. You can also filter it according to dates. As you can see, the diagnosis is showing COVID-19 as the most diagnosed disease according to the current data we have in the system. You can also see department-wise patient appointments according to their status, how many are open, scheduled, closed, cancelled, and so on. You can also create your own charts, just as I showed you in the patient appointment view. Not just that, if you want to build your own report, you can do so using a report builder. Let's switch to the report view of patient appointment. I want to create a group by report for seeing how many appointments have been created against each medical department. I can select the group by to be department, and the operation is count. The system instantly gets the count for each department based on the appointments that I have in the system. I can go ahead and save this report so that I don't have to apply the filters every single time. I also don't want the pane to navigate to this report all the time. So I can set up something called as an auto email report, wherein you receive the email based on the frequency you select and the appointments created. I can choose who all should get this report. And also the number of rows to be sent. I can set the frequency as daily or weekdays and configure a message over here. You can also select the format in which the report should be emailed, be it HTML, Excel, or CSV. I have the option of downloading the report right from here, or I can send it right now. Similarly, I can export it from here into the format required. This is how easy it is to build reports on the fly. Apart from that, ERP Next is also integration ready. We have integration with major payment gateways like Razorpay, PayPal, Stripe that will help you have online payments for appointment booking. We also have integrations with certain e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, which will help you track inventory if you are using the stock and purchase module. We have certain other integrations with Google Calendar, Google Maps, Gmail, GitHub, Dropbox, and whatnot. As we walk through all the features, we say that ERP Next is enterprise rich. It comes with all the modules built in, and be it inventory, purchase, HRMS, help desk, rehab, laboratory, CRM, and whatnot. In all the implementations that we have seen so far, we have seen that all our customers struggle with data being maintained in disparate systems. They might have different softwares for HRMS, different for asset management, different for billing, and so on. The problem with this is you don't have a single source of truth or one system from wherein you get the data for all your analytics. And you have to bear the overhead of maintaining the system and also spending individually on all those systems. ERP Next comes with all these modules built in at no extra cost. I think that's why we call it as an enterprise-rich software.
So that was a very, very insightful demo, Ms. Nushra. Thank you so much. Next, we are delighted to invite Dr. Ahmed Najar, Health Informatics Director from Saudi Arabia. He has 12 plus years of experience in the health informatics field with extensive healthcare knowledge. He has led hospital automation teams within the areas of clinical transformation and patient information management systems. Over to Dr. Ahmed.
Welcome. It's a pleasure being here with you guys, with the gang, and hopefully something about Frappe framework and all those stuff will be public in health informatics field. Actually, I need to share my experience about how we implemented Frappe framework and ERP Next Healthcare here in Saudi Arabia. As you can see here, some of our clients in Saudi Arabia, like Mayo Osteopath, Move Healthcare Center, Physiotrio, Sky Clinics, Derma Clinics, all of those are trusting our solution right now and today, and they are using it with the high rank of satisfaction. That came actually from the points that Roche mentioned in her demo, because of the customizability, configurability of Frappe framework in general. So looking at healthcare sector, I used a lot of solutions before that time. And those solutions actually focused on one aspect, which is even practice management or resources management or healthcare management. None of them are connected with each other. So we are using multi-solutions with the multi-softwares to have the automation of the centers or the healthcare organizations, even the hospitals. But with the Frappe framework in general, okay, they gave us the freedom of developing all of the needed solutions in one single platform. This was like a magic, okay? So, and even the implementation for that done with the ERP Next community was done in a professional way. And the first thing that I can say right now and today, thank you guys for your efforts developing such a beautiful solution to the community. As you can see, guys, here we have multi-specialties with a variety of with the sizes even inside each of those clinics, okay? We implemented them based on their needs. We tailored their solutions based on their practice and workflows to have a paperless environment in general. my comments actually came from understanding the need of healthcare setup, because we need to understand their needs. We have a list of questions for them. We ask them. We do a process re-engineering, because actually the workflow for paper is different than the workflow with the systems. Okay, and systems are coming actually to enhance the process of dealing with the healthcare setup. So we did all of those implementations with the we had actually challenges, because they need to understand the solution, how it comes, what is the workflow for it, what is the patient's engagement, how we can make things easier for others. And all of those challenges actually were resolved from the community itself. Just we mentioned that the information that we need this function to be added, this information needs to be adjusted. So all of those, whatever we need, is customizable based on the region that I'm in here in Saudi Arabia. Even the practice, the taxes, rules, everything was implemented in the right way with the right setup, and even the results are coming on board with a beautiful feedback. So all of those information, my experience actually came from a lot of healthcare solutions before Frappe, and at the end, I'm seeing that that the only system that I'm using right now and today, and I'm satisfied with it, okay, which is a Frappe framework. Even for the healthcare implementers, they need to understand the variety of information inside the healthcare centers, because they need to understand the vision, mission, goals, objectives of healthcare process. And then they need to do a process re-engineering. After that, doing a change management, then clinical adoption. After that, benefits realization, and at the end, technology implementation. So the implementers need to understand fully what is the solution. For me, the solution is Frappe framework, but for the implementers, that they need to understand, you need for any healthcare organization, they need to choose the right implementer for health informatics solutions, which is Frappe. For me, it is the best. I think, yani, this is what I have and what I can say for Frappe. Thank you, Frappe team, and thanks for
Thank you,
coming,
Ahmed. Yeah.
especially for
Thank you,
Anoop.
Ahmed.
He did a great job with us.
So, okay, next I will take how we can, get this awesome software. Either you can download this software directly from GitHub and use it. If you have your own IT team, one second. Yeah. Yeah. As this is open source, and if you have IT team to manage it, then you can, download directly from the GitHub and use it right away. And for enterprise grade support, you can consider OEM hosting and support available on a subscription basis from erpnext.com. Also, there are local partners around each area, and you can request them for implementation and consultations. So yeah, that's I wrap up like how you can get ERP Next, any industry basically, and specifically the ERP Next Healthcare. Thank you. I think let's move on to Q&A, and anyone else wants to take up?
I just want to add, my journey started with Balmy, another open source ERP, EMR and ERP integrated system. So it uses a lot of different systems. So I had a huge challenge, integrating all these three pieces together and delivering a unified solution. So we started for one of my client in Jamaica called Baywest Healthcare on Balmy, and that's when we stumbled upon ERP Next Healthcare, and we validated it for a while, and then we completely scrapped Balmy and moved over to ERP Next Healthcare. So that is really a wonderful experience that we had, first-hand experience I had with one of my clients with ERP Next Healthcare. Thanks to our team, and thanks the ERP Next founders and also the team for this wonderful and awesome contribution.
Any doctors want to ask any question? Dr. Ramesh, would you like to ask something? Then you can unmute. And
I think it was more or less clear, and that is the reason we're not getting a lot of questions. And the questions that we have received are so on point. They need to know exactly what they have questions about. So in case anybody in this webinar has any more questions, please feel free to reach out to any of these 6 people. You're seeing them on the screen. They shared with you right now. Yeah, so if you have questions, please reach back to them. Shall I, if there's nothing else, Mr. Matthew, shall I proceed with the next item on the agenda?
Again, Mitesh has raised his hand.
Okay.
Okay, Mitesh, would you like to say something?
Yes, Ketan has already mentioned on behalf of the benefits we have seen out of the solution. We have had a lot of activities carried out on top of whatever is there, specifically because the environment we are in. And I just want to have everybody know that, so what is the power that Frappe framework and ERP Next brings in? Things like making a queue management system was one of the need from the hospitals, and instead of making a queue or so, we are using the normal list view and just automatically creating vital signs upon appointments are done, automatically creating encounter once the vital signs are done, automatically creating the lab tests and the other health service orders when the encounters have been submitted. So just automation has been one of the biggest advantage that the hospital is going to benefit from. It's Sri Hindu Mandal, which is a community of Hindus in Tanzania, and they provide the hospital services, they provide the education services, and the amount of benefit that they are going to get out of ERP Next is tremendous. I would really have doctors come in and validate this power that it brings in. I just wish I had some more reviews from other doctors coming in today, because it is really, really good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mitesh. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to hear that, Mitesh.
So can we move on to next? Ketan has raised actually. Ketan, can you do it short and quick?
Very short, and it's a direct question to Rucha. I know we don't have time, so she can address directly to Mitesh and Aquatech team. Rucha, you mentioned and showed about the emails that can be sent right from the doc, right from the encounter. My question was based on what I believe Dr. Najjar said about automation or patient engagement and how they can be part of these treatment plans. One thing we've seen is patient education, which is lacking. So if there is a diagnosis for the first time, or if there is a medication prescribed, or any procedure or any surgery that's prescribed, is there an automated way that we can set up templates that based on that order or that code triggered, it also sends out an email or creates an email to that patient?
Yes, we do have a feature called as notifications, wherein you could configure your messages with all the fields from the document and also select the event. So maybe on submission of the patient encounter, you could set up a notification which will automatically send the email and also select the field from where the email ID should be fetched. So that can be automated. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ketan. So we'll move on to the next if there is no other question.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions in the chat box.
Okay.
So in that case, the
key organizers, Anther Technologies, Earthians, Tacton, and IVEX with Frappe. Okay. Prajesh, would you just extend vote of thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, everyone. As this wonderful webinar session has come to an end, now it's time to thank everyone who was behind this to make it possible. So I would like to thank everyone who joined today's webinar, who took their valuable time to explore and start a new journey with ERP Next. I would like to thank Dr. Ahmed for joining us to share some of his adventures with the ERP Next healthcare domain. A big thanks to Rucha for walking us through ERP Next, showcasing some of the nuances that the software can offer. And thank you guys, Amir, Atul, Matthew, and Anup for their participation, especially Mr. Matthew for taking the lead to host this webinar and think of such a good session. And thank you, Bhavya, for charmingly moderating the whole session. And a big shout out to Rushabh and all the awesome folks at Frappe Technologies who are tirelessly working on building the software and maintaining the code as well. And I would like to extend our appreciation to the press and media who also supported us for this webinar. And as you all know, the community is the strength of any open source product. Like in our case, the healthcare domain. Even this webinar is a community initiative. So a big shout out to all the beautiful people out there in every part of the world who is supporting us. And yeah, thank you once again. So I will leave you with a very good quote from Zigzag Ziglar, who is a very famous American author, a salesman, and a motivational speaker. You don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. So on this note, we will end this webinar session. Thank you very much for everyone to join this. Thank you.